We will typically come around and tell you a number. That number might change week to week. But before class, we asked you to do it. So today we asked you to do number 3 of your sword basics, which is the step out and the strike and the flick off. So you just have to do that many times in a row of the basic. Yes, ma'am? Yes. So if somebody randomly comes to you, and I'll explain a little bit more. If somebody randomly comes up to you and is like, hey, do your sword basics, now you know, because they did it with commas. So now for the rest of you guys, you know what I mean. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. So in all reality, I would want you guys to sit here, step out, do the first strike, step backwards, do your spin, do your toss, flip it in the air. If you catch it, then you step forward, you do the tomato juice, and you flick it off. If you didn't catch it and it dropped, so you were in the middle of tossing it, and you stopped here, and then you just tossed it and it dropped, then that doesn't count. And you have to start over. Yes, ma'am? All right. So it's 10 in a row. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. If that's the number that they tell you to do. Any questions? Stand up. Yes, ma'am. Doesn't matter. Could be A day or B day or Saturday. We could ask for it at any point in time. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Right. Hands up, feet together. Yes, ma'am. 20. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push position. Yes, ma'am. 20. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, I'll do them after class. Stand up. Yes, ma'am. If you're on this side of the floor, you need jump ropes. If you're on this side of the floor, you need to find yourself a wave master. Go. Yes, ma'am. There's others on the other side too. Yes, ma'am. I currently don't have any timers. All right, so take a knee. Yes, ma'am. So we'll be on one side. We'll do any sort of hand combinations that you guys would like, meaning that it has to be at least 3 of them. It could be front punch, ridge hand. It could be your front punch, back fist, back punch, whatever you want this hands. And then we'll switch to feet, and we'll do the same thing that we've kind of been doing. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. All right, so when I say switch, you'll switch sides. If I say feet, then you'll go to your feet. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. All right, stand up. Yes, ma'am. Turn it on. And go. Martinez, is it only the 2 of you? Thank you. Switch your feet. You ready? You are fixed it. I fixed it. I didn't see. I broke it. I fixed it. Feet only. Switch feet. I was right. 10 seconds. 5 more seconds. And go. So you were either part of the jump roping or you're part of the punching, kicking Wave Master group now. Hold your feet. Hold your feet. Hold your feet only now. Switch your feet. That would be important. It's okay. I told him to be responsible for the kids, and then he has to watch the kids. You already know that. I will continue to like that. But I'm not funny. Time! I'm good. Switch places! We should go over what the kids are doing now.
I think I know which one. Right, I got it.
And go! Switch your feet! Miss Simpson and Miss Martinez, I have a question for you. Is there a possibility that the two of you could locate yourselves on a different iPad or different device so I can split the kids up with the adults? Okay.
I can attempt it.
Cheat. Thank you. And go.
Did you want me to still attempt, or because you can't? I won't.
No, you're okay. It's okay. It's fine. It'll just be interesting, nonetheless. All right.
I'll say that here.
There's I'm probably gonna take lovely area.
Yeah, you can pick that up. What's here?
Switch your feet. Thank you. As long as you spot your target. Switch your feet. Because if you don't spot your target, you'll feel that sorry. Switch your feet. Seconds. Time. Put your drum reps up and spread out.
Yes, ma'am.
Hands up, feet together. Yes, ma'am. Touch toes.
Yes, ma'am.
Count number 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Feet apart. Yes, ma'am. Circle middle.
Yes, ma'am.
Count number 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Start the front door.
Yes, ma'am.
Count number 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Other side.
Yes, ma'am.
Count number 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back towards the middle.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand up.
Yes, ma'am.
One arm across.
Yes, ma'am.
Count number 10.
10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Other side.
Yes, ma'am.
Count number 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
10 arm circles forward.
Yes, ma'am. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Other direction.
Yes, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Give yourself a hug.
Yes, ma'am.
And time.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. If you're an adult, you're on this side of the floor. If you're not an adult, you need to find a partner. Make drill lines on this side of the floor.
Yes, ma'am.
Go. If you're on this side, you need partners as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Make drill lines.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. one should be on this line, one should be on this one. Two separate ones. Yes, thank you. Come on, please. Scoot over. All right. 2 times each partner with the laugh that we learned last week. Yes, Sam?
Yes,
So the
ma'am.
double hand grab, palm strike around, clap, and remember, slow down. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have no idea what I'm talking about, raise your hands. Go. We're gonna stand in front of the screen so the Simpsons can see it. Will you go? No, it's not. It's during class. Miss Christensen will teach you it. So go back to Miss Christensen. All right, so what you're gonna do? Mr. Thomas is my partner. I'm gonna come up to him like I'm choking him, or you can grab onto the collar, whichever one you like. So you're gonna go here. If you're Mr. Chavez, you're gonna do a palm strike to the face. You're gonna drop your elbow on their elbow. You're gonna take your hand and go around in a giant circle. And then you're gonna clap your hands together. Yes. And then you're gonna C-step backwards and go down. Not all the way to the ground. It's close. Thank you. Eventually, we're gonna have it now. So they can see Hello, my lovely adults. So if you're not an adult, don't listen to this. All right, so we're gonna be learning chokes as well. So chokes are for 18 years and up. So if you are at your own house and your children are your partner, that's on you. That's not on me. Or you can do it in the air. That's up to you. So you guys will be doing chokes as well as blocks. They will just be doing blocks, so you'll have additional. And they will be how to get out. So the first one we're gonna learn is gonna be from.
Group 2, take a knee.
So we're gonna be in here. She's gonna bend over at the waist. And I'm gonna take my hand. It goes all the way around. I'm gonna pinch my arm together, and then my other hand is going to clap together, just like this.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So from here, she's gonna take her inside hand, or the hand that's closest to me. She's gonna put it in between my arm and my body, and she's gonna push down, just like that. I want you guys to practice that. So if I'm her partner, I'll come in, and as soon as I go to get it, then she'll break it. Yes, ma'am. All right, 10 times each. Go. Yes, ma'am. 10 times each.
And go.
Just sliding your hand in and breaking it. So my recommendation would be that the children choke you.
And group
So
1
you
back
get
up.
the slide in and the push down. So try to put your so she doesn't get a good one.
And go.
Wait for it. Go slower.
And go. Hey.
And group 1.
Go. Go.
And go. And go.
I told them.
Hey.
And group 1. Ayahs from everybody.
Sir.
Ignore me. Keep doing you.
Churchmans, are you guys getting that shoulder lock? There you go. Okay, slow and controlled. So, Mr. Churchman, as soon as you guys put the hands up on the shoulder, move extremely slow. Exaggerated slowness. Miss Martinez, when you go ahead and put your arm through, you want to drop your weight with it as well. That's what will help so that you're not muscling. Pretend like it's a really, really big guy. You don't want to have to try to be fight muscle. Weight against their muscle.
And time, black adults, come up here.
And go.
All right, now we're gonna do different direction. Yes. So me, Miss Christensen, are my partners. Because I have to reconfirm.
And go.
We're gonna go back.
Hey.
All right, so here, same concepts. The arm that's closest is gonna be the one that breaks. So you'll do the same thing, just like that. Yes, ma'am. All right, 2 times.
When we're the one being choked, you want us
Go.
to have a
Welcome, put your chin down.
and it's rotted.
Go.
I know I'm too.
Try something that they said not to. That was the third one.
Go. Hey.
Can you show that one more time, ma'am?
Yes. So if her back is towards me, all I do is reach my head around, and I do the same exact thing. Just instead of her facing the same direction, she faces the opposite direction. It's the same thing. I haven't touched it yet. So I'm guessing my
Other way.
other way, arm behind. So put your arm. Yes.
Go.
Yes, Martinez. Yes. Yes. Yes, Simpson. Now just have him do that to you.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna go here. Go. All right, we're gonna go step by step. Go. So after you get here, she's gonna break. She's gonna take.
Go. With me.
Hey. I still put my hand behind my back and then push yourself away. Make sense?
Go.
Come with me.
Hey.
So break out. Come with me. All the way around. Put your hands on the back. Go. Come with me. The important part, you don't push your partner, you push yourself away. Get it, man. All right, other person's turn. Yes, ma'am.
Go. Come with me.
Hey. Go around. Break. Inside leg step through.
And go.
Come with me.
Hey.
And push off. Send head. Go. Come with me. Go. All right, Miss Becky and Miss Martinez. We're gonna learn the rest of it now. So after
Go.
you get here,
Come with me.
after you get here, you're gonna break just like you did beforehand. You'll take the leg that's closest to your partner and step through. You'll
Hey.
go all the way around. The arm goes on the back, and then you push yourself backwards. All right. Do you want to do it with me? So have Henry choke you. Have your child choke you.
Go.
Church
Go,
must
please.
make sure you guys are consistently doing this shoulder, and then you guys keep working on
So
it.
Henry
slow
needs
and
to be the
slow.
one that chokes you,
Hey.
because he's not supposed to know these.
I had to do this one.
Because he's a kid who cannot be
No, I'm
choked.
trying to do it on him so I know how to show him because it's hard for him to follow it first. Like, choke me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It
I'm
does.
doing it to him so that I can guide him through it because I have to do it in order to show him.
Henry, do this. I'm a little teapot.
Go. Come with me.
Okay, your mom's head is gonna be in there.
So Becky, you could just put your head in the hole.
Go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just put your head right inside of it. Yes. Literally. So he's here. Just have him put his head inside of it. So go back. Henry, do the little teapot thing again. And then literally just put your head straight through the hole. Just like this. Yes.
Go.
All right, now Henry, clap your hands together. Good. All right, now Becky, I want you to take your arm, break the ball, break his left hands, and then step through. Yes. The only thing is you should step through where your back is facing his hip. Okay.
Go. Come with me.
Hey, good, Martinez.
And go.
Churchmas? Mr. Churchman, Mr. Churchman? What you guys want to do when you guys are practicing this now, the beginning part can be fast. The grab, boom. That can be fast. You can take each other by surprise. This part can be fast. Pow, pow. The moment you do the wrap, you do the gable grip. That part from there is where you go slow.
Come with me.
Okay? You guys move fast at the beginning and then slow. All right, go ahead, guys.
Go.
And time! You need your sparring gear. You have a minute and a half to put it on. Go!
Yes, ma'am.
Please take it off. I was just gonna come over and tell you that. Thirty seconds. If you're a girl on that side of the floor, if you're a guy on that side of the floor.
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday I made
Salad excels.
Alright, we're good. Thank you guys. Alright, so I need groups of 5 and spread out. Go! It better not be a group of all certified first degrees together. Oh, integrate yourself with the guys. Don't break up the group. Oh, great. You guys can be a group of 3. Yes, 4. Alright, take a knee. Alright, so we know how to call. We worked on that. Now, it is super important that you call only if you see a technique. Yes, Sam? So that means that everybody else and all the other judges call a point and you don't call it because you didn't see it. I would rather that than you call something you didn't see. Yes, Sam? Yes, ma'am. So it is super important that you are calling only what you see makes contact. So does everybody know what makes contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
Great, I'm gonna show you anyway. If Miss Christian says that right now. So contact means that I have to clearly be able to see that my foot landed on the padded area. If it is something where it's kind of bent and hidden and I'm right here and you don't know if I'm actually touching the pad or not, you can't call it. Because technically I was touching the pad, but you guys couldn't see that because her elbow was in the way. So if you don't see it, you don't call it. Yes, ma'am?
Yes.
Any questions on that?
No.
Perfect. All right, stand up.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going 3 to make it easier so everybody rotates. Go! My lovely people online. Hello, lovely group of Martinez's. Martinez. don't think you can get away with being your own group. So we'll start with Martinez's. They can spar, and then Simpsons can spar, and then Churchless can spar, and then you guys can just rotate out of who's sparring and who. Just kidding, Churchwell can't spar. So it'll just bounce between the Simpsons and the Martinez's for sparring people. But the rest of you guys will be judging, so you'll just have to figure out how to call. I know you guys have sort of done this before. I'm gonna mute us now, so you guys can hear each other. Well, technically neither one of them, because there's only two of them. So they can't be partners with each other. They'll just be your side judges. And you guys can switch out who's center. So switch out who's center every time. Or if you jump in and they play something that didn't happen.
Right.
No confirmation.
No confirmation. Start. Ready. Start. Right. Judges call. One over here. 1-0. Ready. Start.
Okay.
Right. Judges call. Two over here. 3-0. Winner.
Face me out. No confirmation. 0-0. And start.
Oh, did you say Summer Coast on your hand? I just don't hear that.
Yes, he does.
If the beat doesn't just. No confirmation. 0-0. Oh, you did? Okay. Now for Miss Simpson or Miss Warren? One point. 1 point. 1-0. And
How could you see that? How could you see that make contact? So just because somebody hits back does not mean you actually got hit. You can't call something like that as a foul. You have to only call anything that you literally saw hit the target area. Do you think you saw the target area? If you don't think you saw the target area, you don't call it.
Ready?
Okay. You only call things you actually know you saw hit the target area. Okay, that was a warning.
Ready? Ready? Call. Who's that for the next system? Is that for the mix or the mixer? Mix? Okay. Go to something that breaks. Break. The ball. No confirmation. Break.
I've been wondering
Right.
No confirmation. Please.
Ready. Start.
Great.
Break.
Great.
Well,
Hey, online, whoever just had the piano going on, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. Thank you, guys. Make sure y'all focus on what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am.
So,
confirmation.
Judges ready?
Nothing.
Ready, ready?
Go.
Are you ready? And start.
Break. Let's go. Who does want to do that? Move around.
2-0.
No confirmation.
We all do it in front page.
Nothing.
Mr. Valentine. We all do it.
Go.
Break.
Break. Break. No confirmation. 2, 1. Break.
And start.
Let's go. Who's that person?
No confirmation.
Alright, 3, 2, winner.
And start. Judges. 2-0. And start. Judges. Yeah. 3, 0, and winner. Judges ready? Spurs. Spurs ready?
And time. And time. Spread out. Helmet, mouthpieces, hand guards, all found down. And Mr. Chris Shankweiler coming up here. He's turning in his karate practice log and his character challenge worksheet.
Winning black belts have an overall attitude of personal optimism and enthusiasm. A person usually gets he or she actively expects over the long run. Winners have high expectations for themselves and work to achieve those goals.
Give him one. Give him two.
You're on.
Can I Miss Comitucci coming up here?
Yes, ma'am.
She is turning in her character challenge worksheets.
Winning black belts have high expectations of them. No, that's not it. Yes, have an overall, okay. Winning black belts have an overall attitude of personal optimism and enthusiasm. Winners understand that life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. A person usually gets what he or she actively expects over the long run. Winners have high expectations of themselves and are willing and work to achieve those goals. But I'm going to rephrase that last part. Winners have high expectations of themselves and are willing to work their bottoms off to achieve those goals.
Give her one.
You're on.
Mr. Scott Shankweiler coming up here. He his karate practice log, his healthy eating sheet, self-discipline sheet, book club card, job list, and his character challenge worksheet.
Winning black belts have an overall attitude of personal optimism and enthusiasm. Winners understand that life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and a person usually gets what he or she expects over the long run. Winners set high expectations for themselves and work to achieve those outcomes.
Give him 1, 2. You rock. All right, announcements. We don't have any classes Friday through Monday, so don't show up or you'll be outside. Otherwise, the tournament is coming up next Saturday. Make sure that you guys are registered. So if you haven't, do that before you leave. I don't know.
I slapped you. If you haven't.
Oh, she slapped you if you haven't.
For shame.
And there are some of you not signed up in here.
Oh,
You
man.
better not leave without signing up or talking to me first.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, email will be sent out about what time to be there. If you're not going to be there Friday night for the judging class, you need to let me know as well. There's an email. Read that. It has all the information. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
It's come to your attention. Bow. Hands behind your back.
Yes,
Black belt creed.
As a dedicated student of the martial arts, I live my life by the principles of black belt. Modesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and calm spirit.
Latin proposition.
Man, my karate is best man.
Awesome. Master Club, you're dismissed. See Miss Swaninger, leadership. Do what Miss Christensen tells you.
Notebooks, pens, 30 seconds, go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You want to take your snack? So you don't put it back?
That's his side.
Wipe down 100 touches. You're not holding for you today. We're gonna get rid of the baskets. Oh. Miss Robinson? So, I like the baskets. Did you already do it? Did you already do it? I don't actually have an email with my parents, but it's for for 20 push-ups.
Parents' permission
After class.
to give us your email. And then ask that Houston did it actually for how you can put on the You are a minor, we need to make sure parents' permission before all right, we are all teaching intermediate. So, yes, we're gonna go back all the way to your level 3 leadership classes. The process of teaching. The process of teaching. First, who remembers what do we do? Demonstrate. You must have been listening last class. First, you demonstrate. Then you teach it. Yes, I'm allowing just shouting out. Then you watch. And then correct it. And then repeat. You just went back in your notes and found it, didn't you? It's okay, I'm doing it slightly differently than what your notes have. Because it's teaching intermediates. So, first you demonstrate. You have to make sure they know what they are about to learn. You know, at least have a rough idea. Think about when you guys are doing puzzles. How many of you guys have an easier time doing a puzzle when you've at least seen the picture once, whereas the puzzle is a lot harder if you haven't seen the puzzle? Raise your hand if the puzzle is harder if you haven't seen it. Okay. For most of us, if not all. Raise your hand if the puzzle at SIS last year was very difficult. You had no idea what you guys were making. It was 1,000 pieces. Yes, 1,000 pieces. I still don't know if I have all the pieces. But this is okay. It was worth it. So, give them the puzzle idea. You demonstrate it for them. And then you teach it. But most importantly, when you're teaching it, how do you teach it? Chunks. When you're teaching, you teach in chunks. How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. How do you eat your dinner? One bite at a time, and I certainly hope your dinner is not one bite. Right?
Yes,
Just like before. You teach it in chunks. And then what do?
Watch them, man.
You watch them do it. When you're watching them, what are you looking for?
Details, ma'am.
Yes, you're looking for yes and no. Yes and no. Details, yes and no. Depends on what level and where they're at and what you are teaching. There you go. So I still wanted you to be right, apparently. Yes. You're looking for details and no. First of all, last week, the main thing, the overall arching thing, the first thing that needs to be gotten by all of the students is pattern. I'm going to do a shout out Q&A today. So go ahead and if you think you know the answer, shout out the answer. Unless there's too many answers, then I'll actually raise my hand. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Although if I start to feel like there's certain people who are not responding, I'll certainly call them. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So pattern is the first thing that needs to be understood and gotten. Then, when you're especially when you're teaching intermediates, once they understand the pattern, then you can be looking at technique. That's when you start looking at those smaller details. Now, of course, we're not going to make them absolutely black belt perfect in level 2. Not even quite in level 3. Level 3 is not black belt, is it?
No, ma'am.
But you are building them up in those steps. Level 3 should look better than level 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Level 2 should look better than
Level 1 and white tops.
and white tops. And level 1 should be look better than
White tops.
basic white tops. There you go. Because they are giving those details and those techniques, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're watching them for the pattern, so making sure the pattern's right, and then you can start looking for those details. Then what's next? Correct. You correct the things that you noticed weren't right. Now, obviously not all the tiny details, but if you notice that for Chunji, they started with a down, or they were supposed to start with a down block, and instead they did an outer block, what do? You fix it. You don't let them move on until it's correct. That part down here, right here. Don't move on until it's correct. That's between 4 and 5. Don't move on until it's correct. Now I want you guys to put a little asterisk by the don't move on until it's correct. Because in level 3, I'm teaching you guys how to assist and how to maybe do a one-on-one lesson. But you guys need to know that if you're teaching an entire class and Mr. Christensen over here, he absolutely is not kidding the form, but everybody else in the class is getting it. Do you hold back the entire class for one student?
No, ma'am.
But when you have assistants, what can you do instead?
Ask them to go to.
You can get an assistant to work with that one student, and then the rest of the class can move on. If you don't have assistants, you've got to move on your own, and you have to try to just pay special attention and help that student as best you can while you move on with the rest of the class. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't hold back the entire classroom for one student. If Mr. Jones does not understand the concept of 2 + 2 in his math class, but everybody else does the teacher need to move on to 3 + 3? Yes. There you go. You got to move on sometimes and then come back and check on that student that's not getting it so you can help them out later. Yes?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Don't move on until it's correct. If you're in a private lesson, if most of the class is getting it, then you move on. There you go. That's the most important. Don't move on until it's correct. Unless you need to, because the rest of the class gets it. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what happens when I have students in the classroom? I'm maybe the only teacher, and for some reason, maybe they're taking lots of extra steps. When you're teaching, or when somebody else is teaching and you're assisting in those classes, should you talk to the students?
No, you should just tap them and show them.
Show them. Maybe even avoid tapping them if you can. How do I avoid tapping a student but still get their attention and show them how to do it? I did say go and shout it out. Go in front of them. Stand in front of them. So, Mr. Chris, you saw this example last night. Yes, ma'am. Now, keep in mind, I forgot to say this last night to all my students last night, but by doing this this particular example in this way, does put you at risk in being hit, but most of the time it's young kids and you guys can get hit or kicked in the butt, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yes.
So Chunji, remember Chunji?
Chunji, ma'am.
Go and turn around for me, sir. We'll do normal class. There we go. So he's prepared for Chunji. His normal, he does the first move perfectly. First move, boom. But for some reason, when I say move number 2, he does this weird shuffle step thing and does a punch. Okay, go. All right, there. That's his weird thing. Reset. Prepare Chunji.
Chunji,
All
ma'am.
right, so the instructor's over here teaching it. 1. I'm gonna immediately place myself so he can't shuffle step. 2. And I want to move as soon as the instructor says 2. I want to move faster than the student so they can boom see what they're supposed to do. I'm also in the way so they can't do the shuffle step unless they're gonna run into me. Yes?
Yes,
ma'am.
But I put myself in very clear vision where that student can see me and they can make that correction. Yes?
Yes,
All right, and also when there's students online, if you're teaching students online, this is my last thing, guys. Because yes, a lot of you guys have noticed I've started putting you guys in teaching positions where you have to address the people online. You can't just ignore the people online. Right, people online? Yes, ma'am. Can't just ignore them because you guys feel fully included when you're ignored and you're just like, okay, well, I'm just standing here and nobody's looking at me. Right, Mr. Churchman? I can't see either Churchman right now. I'm hoping their butt definitely on the floor. Oh, I saw thumbs up from both of them on the floor. There you go. See, you gotta look closely. You gotta address them. But everybody else, sometimes I'm putting you guys in pods, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell you right now, where the microphone is the computer screen, not the TV screen. The microphone is the computer screen. It's not even the camera that's on top of the TV. So if you're up here, you're talking, you're teaching up here. Right now online, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. There you go. So they can hear me right now. However, think if I turned on the music and there's a group going over here, there's a group over there, there's a group over there, there's a group over there. Do you think they'll still be able to hear me? No. That's where I get close. But I've also got to project and enunciate, just like we've been talking about, yes?
Yes,
I've got to project and enunciate. But also, camera! Look at the camera. If I'm doing a form, online, you guys see it perfectly. If I'm doing a form right now and I'm learning a form for the first time, what stance am I in? On the camera, you can't see it all. I could be in a horse stance, and yes, I'm throwing sloppy stance at the moment. Here, I could be in a horse stance, or I could be in a back stance. What changed for the camera?
Just about nothing, ma'am.
Just about nothing. So you've got to be aware of the camera. Sometimes, yes, you can adjust the camera, but you got to be careful because, oh, look, now they're just looking down, and that's not going to help them at all either. Nice chair. There we go. Or you can find the line. Oh, look, now they can see my feet. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure. Sometimes you have to double check. You do. You step through. Boom. Oh, now I notice the camera can't see me. Now they can see. You're in a back stance. There you go. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions on teaching intermediate levels, especially with the camera and everything else we went over today?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Keep in mind, I am putting a lot of you guys in these positions where you start having to teach the classroom when you're teaching the classroom. Remember the people online? Please?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm sure they appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yep, everyone. Stand up for me, Sam.
Yes,
ma'am. Remember this teaching process. In fact, you guys put it somewhere because when you're teaching private lessons, you still want to follow this teaching process. If you guys maybe are, I ask you to take a student off to the corner, you want to follow this teaching process. Yes?
Yes,
ma'am. Come to attention. Faculty. You guys are dismissed. Line up for Miss Houston. Go.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're online, somebody go clean the bathrooms. Somebody else go clean the kitchen. Bye, ma'am. Bye. Yes, Martinez is bye, Mr. Henry. Make sure you go clean the bathroom for me, sir. Churchmas. Hi, Mr. Ben Churchman. Hi, Chip. Chip. Make sure Ben cleans the bathroom. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ms. Martinez. Ms. Martinez is make sure you guys clean something like the bathrooms. Have fun, kitty kitty. I don't know your kitty's name, but he's definitely having fun. He looks like my Donnie. I do know Chip. That's it.
She and it's Annabelle.
She and it's Annabelle. She looks like my Donnie. If she had white paws, then she would look like my Alice.
I know she likes to do crafts with us.
You're gonna have fun in basic when you start assisting in basic.
Because we have Annabella, Annarella, Annabellis. And they're all one family. Annabella is a little one. Annarella is a little one. Annabellis is their mom. Bye, Martinez's. Thank you.
I did not sign up. I did not register for the tournament. Mr. Christensen asked me, and Mrs. Christensen asked me, if I can help with the booth at the Thornton Festival. And I said, I can, but I said only if I'm going to get in trouble for that.
You will not get in trouble.
Okay, that's why I did.
This would be definitely.
Okay.
I'll definitely, I'll double check.
I used to do that my first job. You know when you lost my favorite things in the alphabet?
Oh, Miss Carmentucci, you might get the practicar to Espanol. Practicas. Busco un poquito de español porque no las escuelas muchos años. Duolingo.
Yes, I am. Oh, and your mom is too.
Yes. Do I know where the? Yes, I do. In the trash and at the store, but not where it's supposed to be. You're gonna have to avoid the inside of it, but you can definitely wipe down the outside of it in the seats for me. You can't use the scrubby because we don't have that toilet cleaner, so you can't go the inside. But you can wipe down the outside, around the bowl, and the toilet seats. Thank you, sir. Still here, they put more than one person.
Mr. Weather, I have not yet driven off. You better hurry up.
Air quality is terrible, so it's making your entire body go terrible, or, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than playing too. It's better than you guys.
Like, okay, but girl.
Yeah.
That's what. Okay, that's what it was earlier.
Yeah.
When I had made a comment to you, you guys were like nagging because and I was like, oh my god.
You're like, I thought of something.
I thought it was
naughty.
so bad. Okay, so the first one is yes. The second block is grabbing and then it's here. The shows are
Nice.
here. What? And then you take the flash and break.
No, I don't.
What? I already, I remember. Can you take my token and pause something my bag? But leave my phone. Thank you, son. And then push yourself. Or you can just take my token. It's fine. I'll take everything else later. And then push yourself.
Oh, I was saying, push my, I was like, push myself back.
I feel like the dust is just coming back.
Like I clean it and then it just appears again.
I mean, like in the next couple seconds or in the next day or so, yes.
Yeah, you have to like, yeah. So from here, I go here. Oh yeah, yeah. The one where she goes. And then, you know what the third one is? This is block 2. Yeah, yeah, I keep doing this. You did this thing where you grab, right? You did that thing and like pull on. I'm not gonna keep you. Like thrust it to my knees. And I had to like act cool because it's like protect. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, just steady. Sorry,
Wow, because that worked. That worked.
I'll hit you with the duster. I do. My shelf is in my bag. I shall put this away first and then my shelf is back. That's because yeah. You won't get chicken nugget. I'm hungry. What's the highest number in the world? 100 A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X 999 There's no highest number in the world. I told him the highest number was
If it doesn't, it is more concerning than surprising.
It makes you know, you just die.
I used to see it. Oh, so you want to see it? That's the biggest. It's apparently here. For those who say you ever driven the license?
Hi. Like I literally had to get forced pulled out. Yeah, she didn't even let me have time to think about it. Then I was, yeah, but it was, I don't think it didn't fall out. Because, it was
But I took it around March.
it's very nice. We're not that. Is that what it does?
For whatever reason, the modern
What do we get? So we get the baby. Here's the baby. Yeah.
Whether it's that is pretty much. Watch out for those mutters. Well, now I know what to do.
Okay, really? Oh, that's neat. Lock down. Yeah, blood is good. The tree, yo, the mountains. Probably not, the mountain, virgin drinks on the tree were good. Yes, it was. But they want him to put a certain type of market and lock it and specifically something good. That's not.
What's that? Cinnamon, that's right. You put cinnamon in. Oh, I was thinking cinnamon. I better go now. This is new flavor. I'm gonna shake it off. Powder it up, put it in ice cream, cakes, and some other stuff. It's right, I'm driving home, so. Did I hear your computer yet? Okay. No, it isn't.
Is that?
Okay, here's.
Okay. Students. Is that? Students. Our students are going to come yesterday and today. Most students have to do final exams in the regular high schools. And this year it's there. Show up our class with high schools and change their students and stuff. We're our last day of students is really Tuesday.
Why does your days say, what do you have that back there?
And there's the teenager. A teenager. Can you grab us the apple sorter, please? Apple sorter? Over there, right underneath the marble. Oh, on top of the double birthday, that's the really long double birthday. Just before that. So did you help you come join us?